kind of. Hey! Oh, surprise! Dude, are you wearing a Canadian tux right now?
I'm wearing a Canadian tux right now.
It's beautiful.
Oh my god.
Look at this.
It's incredible.
Jean jacket, jean jeans. Yeah, it's that one right there. Thank you. A week ago, I got in a cab from the same place. Less than a week ago, and now I'm getting back. Now I took a cab back from the airport to here. So I may or may not have flown all the way to Los Angeles just for a meeting. It's just so nice here. What can I say? So the truth is I'm just here for a couple days on my way to Asia, but I figured I would stop off and see Colin and Samir because I missed those guys, and I wanted to plan our next adventure together. And while we were together, Samir had this great idea to take some questions about our previous road trip.
Hey.
Colin still struggling, got his tonsils out.
It's difficult for me to speak.
And he sounds like Robert De Niro or something. Al Pacino.
Like Chewbacca.
Okay, these are all questions from Twitter that I got. Did you, I mean, there's a bunch more, but did you guys get some from your page?
We got questions on our community tab on YouTube.
Community tab, love it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Wow, I'm in the low chair. You guys are like taller than me.
You're taller than us.
Tanner than me. First question, Mabel. What was the sleeping situation like? So, obviously Mabel didn't watch the videos, because I thought that was pretty clear. So there were 3 separate sections, like the front, the middle, and the back, and that's sort of how it was broken up. I was
basically
in the back.
like the middle dining area turned into a bed. That's where I slept.
I had the loft.
The loft was above where we were driving, and then there was a master bedroom in the back. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fun was the trip?
11, 15, 117.
Yeah.
Better, whatever the
Add
max
all those up.
number is, infinity. If you were stuck in an RV for 3 months, Steve, this is the homie Steve from Beam. If you're stuck in an RV for 3 months and could only pick one show or movie, what would you pick?
Easy, The Office.
No, God, please, no!
I basically do that
I watch The Office every
night.
I mean, my all-time favorite right now is Nathan For You.
So good.
I could like rewatch that show so many times. It's so good. So I'm kind of on a kick. 3 months of Nathan For You, especially like when you're driving around, like meeting all these different people from around the country, it kind of would feel like a little bit of inspiration to like document it, like stuff in a unique way. Or maybe diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Represent, brother.
Because then you can visit all the spots that Guy Fieri goes to. Diners, drive-ins, and dives. That's a good answer.
This is a good question. Did vlogging from an RV pose a different creative challenge than a normal vlog, or any other challenges, or was it basically the same but in a different location?
I mean, we struggle with power and Wi-Fi a fair amount.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah. But you had tons of time. Like after we did our days and everything, all we had to do was hang out and edit.
Yeah, we didn't have any other distractions.
And also creatively, I think the story was unfolding in front of us and we were living it, so it was much easier to tell a story that's like, you have no idea what's happening next. There was like immediate drama and conflict in every
We
day.
didn't plan any days, and so there was always a story like, what's gonna happen today? Karina wants to know, what was the worst part of traveling in an RV, and what was the best part of traveling in an RV? Thank you for the question, Karina. Worst thing about being in an RV?
Worst was when we were driving, especially from Joshua Tree back to LA, there was a ton of wind. And the wind took the RV and it literally would push it on the road. So trying to keep it steady was probably the worst part of driving the
It's
RV.
not like an ergonomical.
No, not at all. It's like a huge home on the back that's like wavering with the wind. So that was really challenging and new.
Not totally easy. Best part?
I think the best part was that you're always home. Like we would go to a dinner or something and you'd be like, I have to drive home. It's just in the parking lot.
You're already home.
And like it always amazed me every time. I was like, oh. We're home.
Or when we went to that dinner and we had to wait 40 minutes for a table, but then we just came back and hung out in the RV.
Yeah.
It was right in the parking lot.
They were like, how long is the wait? They're like 45 minutes. You're like,
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually,
No, we'll just go home and hang
do
out
what we
there.
were doing before.
Kent wants to know, how much trouble did you get in for the missing awning?
Well,
That's a tricky question.
it turns out that the awning breaking is like a pretty regular thing for people with RVs.
Yeah.
So when we returned the RV, there was actually 4 other people who were returning with broken awnings.
It was a series of like confirmations that this was a normal thing. Starting with the police officer who had his own RV and said, "Oh, I did that a month ago with my RV." And then we got them on the phone and they said, "Yep, just bring it in, like no big deal." And then we arrived at the drop-off point. There were we were one of 4 vehicles that had messed up.
So it was a pretty normal thing to happen.
So we didn't get in trouble. Hugo wants to know, how long do you think you'd have been able to keep it up before you just wanted a real bed and a real house? How long do you guys think we would have been able to be on the road for? I'll jump in and start. I think we were definitely not ready to give it up when the trip was over.
No.
We wanted to keep going.
Well, it took us, like the first night, we really didn't sleep well because we couldn't figure out how the heater worked.
Turn the heat on.
Yeah, and it was freezing. So by the 4th night, when it was our last night, we had actually figured out how to make it the most comfortable it could possibly be, and then we returned it. So by that time, I think we were ready at least for another 5 days, for sure.
I'd say like before the trip, I was apprehensive, and I was like, like 4 or 5 days, that might be a little long.
With a guy that you don't even know.
With a total stranger.
Yeah.
But by the end, I was like, I could probably go for a month, I think.
Totally.
At Carla P9 wants to know, not about the RV trip per se, but when can we expect more content with Colin and Samir? Well,
right now.
You're getting it.
It's happening.
It's happening. We're here.
Yeah.
But besides this, we got some things in the works. I don't want to put any spoilers out there, but I'll speak for myself. I don't know about these guys, but I felt like we had a really great time working together and a great rapport. And we've been really anxious to keep making
Yeah.
feel that way. See you later, guys. This is going to be my first Q&A video that I've done on this channel, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. I wouldn't have done it without you guys because it was your idea. You were like, you should take some questions.
Yeah. You should open up the comment sections for more questions.
More
for next
questions
time
below.
You do a Q&A.
For next time I do a Q&A. Thank you guys so much. Follow me on Twitter and follow these guys on Twitter and ping us questions down there too for the future, because that's where we got all these ones from. And the community tab.
Yes.
Yeah.
Community tab. Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. So if it isn't glaringly obvious, we had an incredible time taking that trip and making videos while we're together on the road. So I guess the lesson of the day is if you made something that you really liked, why not double down and make it bigger and better than before? So that's kind of our plan in the next few weeks, but before we get to that, I gotta do this trip to Asia real quick.